This is Race 2 of the CSCA Late Model Stock Car Series at Iowa Speedway in Newton, Iowa. Terry Kerr claimed the Cessna Pole Award, with the other three Pontiacs claiming the second, third, and fourth place positions. Kerr led the field to the green, with Evan Hall in that purple number 34 to his outside. Hall managed to get a good run coming into 1 and 2, and would hold it all the way to the backstretch coming into turn 3, but he did not manage to capitalize that. Kerr would block on the outside and hold the lead through lap 1. Jeff Price Jr. in the 19, just like we saw last week at Lee, would get and stick onto the leader like glue. He tried to claim that lead from Kerr several times to the beginning of this race. On lap 4, we would see trouble after pole sitter last week, Derek O'Brien scraped his Chevy against the outside wall coming out of 2. He'd report no significant damage and keep on going. A bit further back in the field, a 4-car battle took place between Spencer Lane, Billy Cook, William Klein, and Austin Campos. Lane in that 14 had a good run, and he took the position from all of them. Problems came on lap 5 for last week's winner, Kevin Powers. The 73 Buick hit the outside wall really hard, causing him to lose a few spots. A lap later, Powers would bring his damaged machine into the pits. Throughout the day, unlike last week, drivers complained of their cars being tight and understeering coming out of the turns. Many drivers, Powers included, would adjust accordingly during the pit window. Back up front, Aaron Rees in the number 4 Taco Bell Buick had passed the leaders and claimed the top spot for himself. And just like last week we saw, the leaders are trying to attempt a breakaway. The now 1 lap down Powers would become an issue for Spencer Lane in that 14. Lane went high to try to pass the lap car, but he ended up losing all those positions he gained earlier, losing them to the 46 of Campos and the 26 of Klein. The first round of green flag pit stops would come on lap 22, with the front row starters Evan Hall and Terry Kerr coming in. The two Pontiacs decided to work together and pit at the same time. They'd both come on in and get a new set of tires and fill up on fuel. The rest of the field would follow shortly after. As the rest of the field came in, Jeff Price Jr., that 19 cars team, discovered an issue with the car after he struck the wall on the backstretch. The team decided to call it quits and loaded that Pontiac into the trailer. During the pit cycle, Derek O'Brien in that number 3 would snag the lead for a short time. O'Brien would not hold that lead for long as Rees came around and took the spot back just as the 3 left the pits on lap 25. He would also hold a huge lead over the rest of the field, with Terry Kerr being in second, sitting almost 5 seconds off the pace. The closest thing we had to a caution came on lap 41 when Ellie McCoy in the 98 slid up and into the 46 of Austin Campos. The duo bounced off the outside wall, avoiding the rest of the field, and they kept on rolling. McCoy would be docked 10 points for that move after the race, and CSCA officials would form the competition caution rule, stating if a race goes green to the halfway point like it did, a caution will be thrown to make sure the races are more interesting and they stack the field up. Rees made his second stop on lap 46, taking one last splash of fuel to get him to the end. The Ford car would remain all alone to the finish, with the only other lead lap car, Terry Kerr, being 14 seconds off the pace. Aaron Rees claimed the victory today at Iowa, and Terry Kerr would come in second. Third place would be Ellie McCoy, and fourth, Brianna Vega. Spencer Lane rounded out the top 5, and last week's winner, Kevin Powers, finished 6th. 7th place went to William Klein, and the second McCoy sibling, Tyson McCoy, finished 8th. Billy Cook finished 9th, Austin Campos rounded out the top 10, 11th went to second place starter Evan Hall, and 12th to Jackie Mercer. The 13th spot went to Derek O'Brien, the 14th to Reed Roth, and finally, retiring from the race due to those damages was Jeff Price Jr., who finished 6th at Lee last weekend. Tough break. Ellie McCoy claims first in the point standings, with last week's winner Kevin Powers taking 2nd. Aaron Rees, the winner today, took 3rd, and Terry Kerr 4th, and Jackie Mercer rounds out the top 5 in points. Next week, the late models head to Riverhead in New York. We hope to see you there. But for now, this is Spider, signing out.